Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, A Little Geek, A Little Chic. Today I'm going to talk to you about the books that I hope to read in October. So grab yourself your beverage of choice and let's get into it. Okay, so I don't have a drink with me. Normally I do, but it is October. It's spooky season. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. So if you're Canadian, happy Thanksgiving. If you're American watching this, happy Thanksgiving from the Canadian side to you as well. Yeah, I have some books that I got from the library that I'm really excited to read this month. I also have some other books that I would like to read. I'm kind of looking around here to make sure I didn't forget anything. So September, I'm not going to do a wrap up. I dabbled in a few books here and there, but I didn't have the attention span to read. You guys, I'm sorry, but we got back from New York in September. It was crazy. It was insane. It was a whirlwind. I did do some reading, but I honestly can't collect my thoughts to talk about the reading. I said I wasn't going to cry, so I'm not going to cry, but once we got back from New York, we had to put our dog down. She was 15 and a half, so she had a good long life with us, and she was pretty much great right up until the end, outside of the old age part. So it's really sad, and it has really affected me a lot this month, and just sitting in silence and reading and stuff wasn't good for me. So I'm hoping to rectify the situation this month and get into some reads, especially these ones that I got from the library. One of them I've been waiting for forever, so let's talk about them. So I went to the library to get this book, Tana French's In the Woods. I know nothing really about this. It is a pick for our book club for the month. Another member of the book club chose this book for the month, and it involves kind of it seems like it's like an English mystery kind of thing, and I guess there's an adaptation, perhaps, on Netflix. I'm not sure, but it says one picture book. Summer, 3 children ran into the woods outside Dublin to play. Only one came out, and he had no memory of what had happened to the other 2. And I'm not going to read any more because I don't want to be spoiled, because that's going to be the theme of this video, unfortunately. It is spooky season. We read the spooky books. We don't want to be spoiled. Next is the one I picked up at the library. I was super excited for, you guys, that I've been looking for forever. I can't find it anywhere around here, and I don't really want to order it, but it's never really been in stock anywhere. And that's Sign Here, and that's by Claudia Lux. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this book, I believe it was a Book of the Month book, and it is about a gentleman who works in hell, literally, and he's on the cusp of a really big promotion, as long as he can get one more member of this well-off family to sign their soul over to him and Satan. So it says it's a dark kind of comedy, horror-esque comedy, and I am totally here for this. I think this sounds hilarious, and I am going to read it right away. It's actually coming with me to our lake house, where I'm going to make Thanksgiving supper. So that is going to be my driving read. The other thing I got was a brand new title from the library. It's called Bright Young Women, and from what I gather, it's about a lady who is in a sorority group, and she hears some noises one night and leaves her room to go investigate and finds that her other sorority sisters have been murdered, and she links up with a lady in a different state, I believe, who's also connected to it's possibly a serial killer, and she's also connected, and they have to work together. Their lives become intertwined to figure out solve the murders and figure out the serial killer, I think. It sounds good. Kind of gives me true crime vibes from a retellings almost of an actual story, but hopefully it's going to be a good read. I'm excited to read it and see how closely it ties to real life events. I'm going to put that down here with the other one, and then I found this just walking around. And I've been looking to read it for a while because it was a Reese Witherspoon book club pick. And, Love them. Reese Witherspoon book club picks, and that is The House in the Pines. And Riley Sager blurbs it, and you also know I'm a sucker for Riley Sager, so picked it up. It says a shocking debut thriller about the subtlety of memory and manipulation in which a young woman must find her way back to a New England cabin armed with only hazy, haunting memories to finally uncover the truth that could save her. Something about her friend was killed and she watched it, and then she moved away and got away from it. And away from whoever, but then she has to end up going back to revisit this to solve what happened and figure stuff out for herself. And I think her family's intertwined in here somehow. I'm not sure, but that's what I've gotten from the gist of things since I've been interested in this book. Again, with thrillers, try not to learn too much in advance because then it can kind of spoil the twists for you. And then, of course, what is October month without some seriously horror-esque reads? I have 2 on my shelf that I would like to get to. Again, I have a lot of books to read here, you guys, and a lot of pages in these books. But I do have The Troop by Nick Cutter. It is a graphic horror novel with body dysmorphia and bugs and pandemic-ish kind of infection tropes. It's about a troop of Boy Scouts who go Canadian, I believe, Boy Scouts who are out on a camp, and then they come across someone who is suffering from an illness or an infection or something, and things go awry from there. I have heard it is graphic and grotesque, but it is also, if you want a horror book, it will fit that bill. And then we have My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I love the 80s nostalgia VHS vibe on here. It's fantastic. It's Grady Hendrix' signature horror with nostalgia and some dark humor, and I'm all here for this. Apparently, it is 2 girlfriends, best friends, and they go skinny dipping one night, and something happens to one of the friends after they leave there. She may not be the same person who went in, and I guess they have to do an exorcism. I don't know. Outside of that, I don't know how the rest of it goes, which is kind of good. But yeah, those are the books that I am excited to read in October. Hoping to get into some cozy ones also, but again, I'm just gonna stay with this and see how many of these I can get through. And I will definitely fill you guys in November because I'm hoping October will be a little bit easier for me to get some reading in. But that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another video.